What if the biggest threat to your mental health isn't a major trauma, a toxic relationship, or a life-changing event? What if it's something much quieter, something you do every single day without even noticing? Because the habits that damage our mental health the most are often silent. They don't create immediate pain. They don't trigger alarms. They don't force us to stop. Instead, they slowly drain our energy, our peace, our joy, until one day we wake up and wonder, when did life start feeling so heavy? Let's talk about a few of those silent habits. The first one is constantly criticizing yourself. Many people speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to another human being. Every mistake becomes proof they're not good enough. Every setback becomes a personal failure. Every weakness becomes something to hide. And over time, that inner voice becomes so familiar, you stop questioning it. But imagine carrying a critic around with you every moment of every day. Eventually, it becomes exhausting. The second habit is living almost entirely in the future, always waiting for the next thing, the next weekend, the next achievement, the next relationship, the next version of yourself, believing that happiness is always somewhere ahead. But life doesn't happen in the future, it happens now. And when we're constantly chasing tomorrow, we often miss the only moment we truly have. The third habit is ignoring your emotions. Many of us learned to suppress what we feel, to stay busy, stay productive, stay strong, to keep moving no matter what. But emotions don't disappear when they're ignored. They simply go underground. And eventually, what we refuse to feel emotionally often appears physically as stress, fatigue, anxiety, burnout. The fourth habit is comparing yourself to everyone else, especially online. You see someone's success, someone's relationship, someone's lifestyle, and suddenly your own life feels smaller, less exciting, less meaningful. But comparison is deeply unfair because you're comparing your real life to carefully selected moments from someone else's. And every time you do, you teach your mind that what you have isn't enough. The fifth habit is never allowing yourself to rest. Not real rest, not scrolling, not distraction, not numbing out, actual rest. Moments where nothing needs to be achieved, nothing needs to be proven, nothing needs to be fixed. Many people feel guilty when they rest, as if their worth depends on constant productivity. But a life without recovery eventually becomes a life without energy. The sixth habit is saying yes when you want to say no, trying to keep everyone happy, avoiding disappointment, avoiding conflict, avoiding rejection. At first, it seems harmless, but every time you ignore your own needs, you send yourself a message that says, everyone else matters more than I do. And over time, that belief becomes painful. The seventh habit is being disconnected from nature. Humans spent thousands of years surrounded by trees, rivers, animals, open skies. Now many people spend most of their lives indoors, under artificial light, surrounded by noise, screens, deadlines, and constant stimulation. Yet something remarkable happens when we return to nature. Our breathing slows, our minds become quieter, our nervous system begins to relax. It's almost as if a forgotten part of us remembers where it belongs. And perhaps the most damaging habit of all is believing that something is wrong with you, believing that you should always be happy, always motivated, always productive, always strong. But that's not how human beings work. We have seasons, just like nature, periods of growth, periods of struggle, periods of healing, periods of rest, and the more we resist those natural cycles, the more we suffer. The truth is, mental health is rarely destroyed in a single moment. It's shaped by the small things we do repeatedly, the thoughts we entertain, the habits we practice, the way we speak to ourselves, the way we treat ourselves. And the good news is, small habits work both ways. The same way small actions can slowly harm us, small actions can slowly heal us. A little more kindness, a little more awareness, a little more honesty, a little more rest, a little more presence. And over time, those small changes become a different life. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, don't ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Instead, ask, what habits am I practicing every day? Because sometimes the path back to peace isn't found in one big breakthrough. Sometimes it's found in the small choices we make, again and again, every single day.